In this podcast, I will discuss former NRL icon Darren Lockyer. Darren Lockyer, the autobiography, was first published in 2011 with assistance from Dan Koch, upon Darren's retirement from rugby league. Within the autobiography, Darren discusses his childhood and playing career. I have chosen to talk about Darren Lockyer as he was born in country Queensland and has progressed through the sports delivery systems to not only hold the record for most NRL games, but also be the highest capped Australian player of all time. Sports delivery systems, as stated by Dr. Owen Scott, are a range of agencies which aim to deliver sports for all. It is important that these systems are examined as they directly contribute to sports development. Shilbury and Kellet state that sports development has been aligned with the participation pyramid. The goal of the pyramid is to increase the number of participants at each level to increase the number of potential elite athletes. So by increasing the sports delivery systems in school sport, casual, recreational, and social participation at the base of the pyramid, it will theoretically increase the number of participants at each level above. The next segment of the vodcast will track Darren's progression through the Queensland Rugby League participation pathway and the different sports delivery systems he encountered. When Darren was 10, he experienced his first rugby league carnival through a school delivery system when playing for Wandone State School. At the age of 12, Darren got his first experience of representative football when he was selected in the Queensland Under-12s primary school side. At the age of 14, Darren found himself playing in the Under-16 side for his local club, Roma Cities. The following year, at 15, Darren's progression was fast-tracked into the local first grade side. That same year, he was selected in the South West Region team to compete in the regional competition. It was here Darren was first noticed by Brisbane Broncos scout Sorrel Connell. At 16, Darren was placed on a Broncos scholarship. The scholarship covered his school tuition fees and his representative team costs, associated with the Queensland Under-16s and the Queensland Schoolboys side. Upon completing school at 18, Darren was given his first contract with the Brisbane Broncos. Throughout the first year of his contract, Darren played for the Brisbane Colts in the Under-20s division. After approximately 12 games for the Colts side, Darren was selected to make his first grade debut. Darren continued to be a regular in the Broncos' first grade side, and in 1998, Darren debuted for the Queensland Maroons Origin side and the Australian Kangaroos. Due to the pathway diagram being regularly updated, it is important to note that not all competitions were available to him throughout his rise through the pathway. The key changes include the National Youth Competition, which is regarded the premier youth competition, which was created in 2008. The other competitions include the QAS Under-20s Emerging Origin Squad, Queensland Under-20s Origin, and the Junior Kangaroos. Darren played majority of his rugby league career in two competitions, the Queensland Rugby League QRL and the NRL. The QRL is the governing body of rugby league in Queensland. It administers rugby league through its regional divisions and is responsible for Queensland State of Origin teams, the Queensland Cup competition, as well as all Queensland junior and senior club competitions. The other major competition Darren competed in was the National Rugby League, which is considered the world's premier rugby league competition. The NRL is a corporate sport competition as it contains the 6 characteristics of corporate sport as stated by Shilbury and Kellet. In 2012, the ARL Commission was created to become the game's governing body and administer, after taking over from the joint partnership of the ARL and News Limited. The ARL Commission is identified as a traditional NSO/CSO, as not only does it ensure the viability of the NRL corporate sport league, but it also provides a pathway of sports development and facilitates the mass participation through the ARL development. Australian Rugby League Development is a non-profit company which aims to develop the grassroots of rugby league from an introductory level up to the age of 18. ARLD does not run any competitions but rather works within existing state leagues to enhance existing programs and establish new development initiatives with a particular focus on participation to support the grassroots of the game. By the ARLD enhancing existing programs and development initiatives, it is theoretically working in conjunction with the participation pyramid. By focusing on participation in social and school sport at the base of the pyramid to increase the potential for elite athletes. The Roma local competition and the NRL competition will follow the format of a round robin. Throughout the round robin competition, teams will play each other at least once, with the top teams progressing to an elimination final series. Particular advantages of this form of competition include no elimination and usually the best succeeds overall, whilst disadvantages include a long season and a big demand for officials. Another major competition Darren competed in was the State of Origin series. This competition was played using a best-of-3 match series. This format of competition is short in duration and easy to determine a winner, whilst a disadvantage includes an unfair home and away game ratio. Throughout Darren's illustrious career, he had many achievements, including his debut for the Brisbane Broncos in 1995, his State of Origin debut and Test debut in 1998. He was appointed captain of the Brisbane Broncos in 2001. In 2004, he was awarded the Provan Subbins Medal for Fans' Choice Award, Broncos Player of the Year in consecutive years, 2002 and 2003. He was awarded International Player of the Year in 2003 and 2006. He won 4 premierships with the Broncos in 1997, 98, 2000 and 2006. Darren also holds the record for most Test matches for Australia with 55 and the most NRL games by a single player, 346. The sporting organisations that Darren was involved with included Roma Cities and the Brisbane Broncos, with both organisations contributing to Darren's sports development as they enabled Darren to progress from a grassroots level to an elite level. Roma Cities aided Darren's progression as he was regularly moved up age groups and allowed Darren to be selected in the Southwest Regional team, where he was identified by Broncos scout Sorrell Connell. Sorrell Connell turned out to be a major influence on Darren's career. Darren's quoted in his book, "He was quite simply the best man I have ever met in my time in football." If it was not for Sorrell spotting the talent of Darren in a regional delivery system, Darren Lockyer may never have progressed to the heights of his career. The Brisbane Broncos are another sporting organisation who have assisted Darren progress from a national level to an international level. It can be said that this is due to Wayne Bennett. Throughout the autobiography, he states Wayne Bennett as the biggest influence on his rugby league career, as not only did Wayne teach Darren to play rugby league, but also gave him many valuable life lessons away from the game. In my opinion, Darren had a good understanding of development systems. I believe this as throughout Darren's autobiography he gave a good recount of his progression through the sports delivery systems, from AFL to Roma Cities, Brisbane Broncos, Queensland Maroons and the Australian Kangaroos, as well as commenting on the people who have influenced his career, including Wayne Bennett, Sorrell Connell and his parents. Without these delivery systems and the individuals who have influenced his career, Darren may never have become the highest capped NRL and Australian player of all time. By conducting this analysis, I have learnt the importance of sports for all, and its correlation to the participation pyramid. By increasing participation opportunities through the ARL development, the higher potential for more elite athletes in the NRL. I also learnt the benefit of a participation pathway, as it gives a guide for individuals who strive to reach the elite level. By completing the assignment, I also identified that there is no clear pathway through the participation pathway, as Darren crossed multiple paths and engaged in many sports delivery systems, with them all playing a pivotal role throughout his rise to the NRL. In conclusion, sports delivery systems play an important role in sport. Without these agencies, such as the ARL development, catering for the participation level, it would significantly reduce the amount of elite athletes. Darren was a good example of an individual who encountered many sports delivery systems in becoming a future rugby league immortal.